Have you ever felt uneasy after getting a gift? It's a common experience that many of us face, but rarely talk about. Today, we're diving into an important topic that can significantly impact your peace of mind and personal boundaries: gifts you should never accept. Understanding the hidden motives behind certain gifts can be crucial for maintaining your well-being and protecting your personal space. Let's start by exploring the power of saying no. It's essential to recognize that refusing a gift is not only acceptable, but sometimes necessary for your own good. Many of us struggle with the idea of turning down presents, fearing we might offend the giver or appear ungrateful. However, learning to decline gifts gracefully is a valuable skill that can shield you from potential manipulation, stress, or unwanted obligations. One category of gifts to be wary of is those that come with strings attached. These presents often seem generous on the surface, but carry hidden expectations or future obligations. The giver might use the gift as leverage to ask for favors, demand your time, or exert control over your decisions. By accepting such gifts, you unknowingly enter into an unspoken agreement that can be difficult to navigate or escape from later. Consider the scenario where a coworker offers you an expensive gadget, only to start asking for frequent help with their work tasks, or a family member who gives you a significant sum of money, then expects you to always be available at their beck and call. These situations can create an imbalance in your relationships and leave you feeling indebted or trapped. Another type of gift to be cautious about is overly expensive presents. While they may seem impressive or generous, such gifts can create pressure to reciprocate at the same level. This can lead to financial strain or anxiety, especially if the giver has significantly more resources than you. Moreover, expensive gifts can shift the power dynamic in a relationship, making you feel inferior or dependent on the giver's generosity. It's important to maintain a balance in gift giving within your relationships. If someone consistently gives you costly presents that you can't match, it might be time to have an honest conversation about your comfort levels and establish mutually agreeable boundaries. Gifts that invade your privacy are another category to be mindful of. In our increasingly connected world, many items that seem innocent can actually compromise your personal information or space. Smart home devices, fitness trackers, or even certain apps might collect data about your habits, location, or conversations. While the giver's intentions might be good, accepting such gifts without careful consideration could lead to unintended consequences for your privacy. Before accepting any tech-related gifts, it's wise to research their privacy implications. Understanding how these devices or applications work and what information they gather can help you make informed decisions about whether to accept them or not. Presents that go against your values or beliefs are also worth scrutinizing. These could be items that conflict with your ethical standards, dietary choices, or lifestyle preferences. For instance, if you're committed to a minimalist lifestyle, receiving numerous decorative objects might create stress rather than joy. Similarly, if you're vegetarian, a gift of leather goods might make you uncomfortable. Accepting gifts that contradict your values can lead to internal conflict and may send mixed signals about your beliefs to others. It's important to stay true to yourself and communicate your preferences clearly to those around you. This doesn't mean you should be harsh or dismissive, but rather express gratitude for the thought while explaining why the gift might not be suitable for you. Hand-me-downs you don't need can be another source of stress. While the intention behind passing on used items is often generous, these gifts can become a burden if you don't have use for them or space to store them. Many people struggle with guilt when considering getting rid of such items, leading to cluttered spaces and added stress. If you find yourself frequently receiving unwanted hand-me-downs, It might be helpful to have a conversation with the giver about your space constraints or lifestyle needs. You could suggest donating the items directly to charity or to someone who might benefit from them more. Gifts that enable harmful behaviors are particularly important to refuse. These could be presents that encourage unhealthy habits or undermine your personal growth efforts. For example, if you're trying to improve your diet, receiving a constant supply of junk food as gifts can hinder your progress. Similarly, if you're working on reducing alcohol consumption, wine or spirits as presents might create unnecessary temptation. Protecting your progress and growth is crucial, and it's okay to explain to others how certain gifts might conflict with your current goals. Most people will understand and appreciate your commitment to self-improvement once you communicate your reasons clearly. Presents from toxic individuals pose a unique challenge. These gifts often come with complex emotional baggage and can be attempts to manipulate or regain control in a relationship. It's essential to recognize that accepting a gift doesn't obligate you to maintain a harmful relationship or forgive past wrongdoings. Setting clear boundaries with toxic individuals is crucial for your mental health. This might mean refusing their gifts altogether or accepting them with the understanding that they don't change the nature of your relationship. Remember, your well-being should always be the priority. Now that we've covered various types of gifts to be cautious about, let's discuss how to decline gifts gracefully. This skill is essential for maintaining healthy relationships while protecting your boundaries. The key is to be honest, kind, and firm in your approach. Start by expressing genuine appreciation for the thought behind the gift. You could say something like, "Thank you for thinking of me. I really appreciate your generosity." Then, provide a brief, honest explanation for why you can't accept the gift. Keep it simple and avoid over-explaining or making excuses. For instance, you might say, "I'm touched by your offer, but I'm currently trying to simplify my life and am not accepting new items." Or, "While I'm grateful for your kindness, I don't feel comfortable accepting such an expensive gift." The goal is to be clear about your position while acknowledging the giver's good intentions. If appropriate, you could suggest an alternative that aligns better with your boundaries. For example, instead of a gift, "I'd love to spend some quality time together. Perhaps we could go for a walk or have a coffee catch-up." This approach shifts the focus from material objects to shared experiences, which can often be more meaningful. Remember, it's okay to take time to consider a gift before accepting or declining it. If you're caught off guard, you can always say, "Thank you for the gift. I'd like some time to think about it if that's all right." This gives you space to reflect on whether the gift aligns with your values and boundaries. By learning to decline gifts gracefully, you're not only protecting yourself but also building stronger, more authentic relationships. Open communication about gift-giving preferences can lead to better understanding and respect between you and your loved ones. It's worth noting that setting boundaries around gift-giving can actually improve your relationships in the long run. When you're clear about what you're comfortable accepting, you reduce the chances of misunderstandings or resentment building up over time. Your honesty can inspire others to be more thoughtful about their gift-giving habits and may even encourage them to express their own preferences. Moreover, by redirecting the focus from material gifts to other forms of showing appreciation, you can foster deeper connections. Shared experiences, acts of service, or simply spending quality time together can be far more rewarding than exchanging physical items. Consider suggesting alternatives to traditional gift-giving within your social circles. This could involve organizing group activities, volunteering together for a cause, or starting a tradition of exchanging heartfelt letters instead of presents. These alternatives can create lasting memories and strengthen bonds without the pressure of finding the perfect material gift. As we conclude, let's recap the main points about protecting your peace and boundaries when it comes to gift giving. Remember, it's okay to say no to gifts that come with strings attached, invade your privacy, conflict with your values, or enable harmful behaviors. Be cautious of overly expensive presents that might create imbalance in your relationships, and don't feel obligated to accept hand-me-downs you don't need or want. Be particularly mindful of gifts from toxic individuals, as these can often be attempts to manipulate or control. Learning to decline gifts gracefully is a valuable skill that can help you maintain healthy relationships while staying true to yourself. By setting clear boundaries around gift giving and receiving, you're taking an important step in protecting your mental health and personal space. You're also paving the way for more meaningful interactions and relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. As you move forward, take some time to reflect on your own gift receiving habits. Are there areas where you could set clearer boundaries? Have you been accepting gifts that don't align with your values or needs? Use this awareness to make positive changes in how you approach gift-giving situations. Remember, your peace of mind and personal boundaries are precious. By being mindful about the gifts you accept, you're not only taking care of yourself, but also encouraging healthier, more thoughtful gift-giving practices in your community. Ultimately, the most valuable gifts are often intangible: love, respect, understanding, and support. By focusing on these aspects of our relationships, we can create a more fulfilling and genuine connection with those around us. As you navigate future gift-giving situations, trust your instincts. If a gift makes you feel uncomfortable or uneasy, it's okay to pause and consider whether accepting it aligns with your well-being. Your feelings are valid, and it's important to honor them. Creating a culture of open communication around gift giving can benefit everyone involved. By expressing your preferences clearly and encouraging others to do the same, you're contributing to more meaningful and satisfying exchanges. This approach can reduce stress and disappointment on both sides of the gift-giving equation. Consider having conversations with your close friends and family about your gift-giving philosophy. Share your thoughts on focusing on experiences over material items, or discuss setting spending limits to keep gift exchanges manageable and equitable. These discussions can lead to new traditions that everyone feels good about. It's also worth reflecting on your own gift-giving habits. Are you sometimes the person giving gifts that might make others uncomfortable? Take this opportunity to reassess your approach and ensure that your gifts are truly in the best interest of the recipient. Remember that rejecting a gift doesn't mean rejecting the person giving it. By explaining your reasons clearly and offering alternative ways to connect, you can often strengthen your relationship rather than damage it. Most people will appreciate your honesty and the opportunity to understand you better. In some cultures or social circles, refusing gifts might be seen as impolite. If you find yourself in such a situation, consider accepting the gift graciously in the moment, then finding a way to address the issue privately with the giver later. You could explain your discomfort and work together to find a solution that respects both their traditions and your boundaries. As you become more comfortable with setting boundaries around gift giving, you might find this skill extending to other areas of your life. The ability to say no politely but firmly is valuable in many situations, from managing your workload to maintaining healthy personal relationships. It's important to note that your boundaries may evolve over time, and that's perfectly okay. What feels right for you now might change in the future. Stay attuned to your feelings and be willing to reassess and adjust your approach as needed. By being mindful about the gifts you accept, You're not just protecting yourself, you're also setting an example for others, especially younger generations. You're showing that it's possible to navigate social customs while still staying true to your values and prioritizing your well being. As we wrap up, remember that the goal isn't to never accept gifts or to view all gifts with suspicion. Many presents are given with genuine love and thoughtfulness, and these can bring joy and strengthen bonds. The key is to develop the discernment to recognize which gifts align with your values and contribute positively to your life. Ultimately, the most precious gift you can give yourself is the courage to honor your boundaries and prioritize your peace of mind. By doing so, you create space for more authentic relationships and a life that truly reflects your values and aspirations. So the next time you're offered a gift, take a moment to consider how it fits into your life and whether accepting it serves your highest good. Trust yourself to make the choice that's right for you, and remember that it's always okay to prioritize your well-being. By being mindful about the gifts we give and receive, we can create a culture of more meaningful exchanges, deeper understanding, and genuine connection. And isn't that the true spirit of gift giving? As you move forward, carry with you the knowledge that you have the power to shape your relationships and environment through your choices. Every time you set a boundary or communicate your needs clearly, you're creating a ripple effect that can lead to positive changes in your life and the lives of those around you. Remember, protecting your peace and maintaining healthy boundaries is not selfish. It's an essential act of self-care that allows you to show up as your best self in all areas of your life. By taking care of yourself, you're better equipped to care for others and contribute positively to your community. So, as you navigate future gift-giving situations, approach them with confidence, clarity, and compassion, both for yourself and for others. Your peace of mind is a precious gift that you give to yourself, and it's one that keeps on giving, enriching your life and relationships in countless ways.